In the name of Amen, the Supreme, the All-Powerful, the one and only true Lord, and Amen we trust, and Amen we thank, and in Amen we continue forward forever. I want to speak about this crucifixion. I'm going to call it the crucifixion of Sean P. Diddy Combs. I'm weighing in on this. I'm a little bit late, but I always let the people that say what they say go first. And I wait. You know how they say you save the best for last? So I'm going to take my space and give my thoughts on this, because after all, this is High and Mighty Thoughts with me, the intellectual Benjamin Manhattan. And this thing on Diddy is just what it is. It's all a setup. It's all a break you down and build you up type of thing. Diddy's not gonna he's not going to any jails. There's not gonna be jail time for him. It's just basically distractions. You see, this is part of the shaming ritual, and what these Negroes who have sold their souls to the beast, this is what they must do. They must sit up here and allow themselves to be made spectacles of, so that they can protect their Caucasian paymasters. They have to protect these people. And that's all this Diddy fiasco is. That's all the Will Smith fake slap thing was with Chris Rock. All of these people are in on it. They all acting. All these people are nothing but actors and entertainers and whatnot. And their job is to take focus off of the real people who are doing all kinds of degenerate things. The rich, wealthy Caucasians who they work for, their job is to take the fall, take the hit, take the light off of these people. Because let's just be for real. Who really cares if Diddy beat up on a so-called black woman? I'm not saying that it was right what he did or what he supposedly did, even though they got it on camera and whatnot. But ask yourself a question. She stayed after all of that. Nobody ever says she was wrong for staying after she went through all that stuff and then took money from it. But yet they look at Diddy as if he's some kind of, monster. Yes, she stayed with him. Why is the female never held accountable for how she's treated? How come nobody is coming out saying that she should have just left if it was that bad? If he was doing her like that, she should just leave, right? You would think that would be the logical thing to do. And, probably could have got some money out of it and went about her business. Now she got about $30 million, I guess, out of him, or however much money they said she got. But I don't think Cassie's going to donate any of that money to any battered women's organizations. Because I would think that a battered woman, a woman who's supposed to have been so battered and abused, would try to take some of those millions of dollars she got, because she got plenty of money to fund some sort of center or something for abused women where they could get some kind of counseling. I don't see her doing that now, do she? Now, I don't hear her saying that. That would be an ideal thing for her to do if she really was abused like that. You see, because like I said, some females, they will stay for the abuse. Sometimes they want to be abused. I'm going to just say that's how sick the modern day female is. The modern day female, a lot of them will stay and be abused. I don't care what race they are. They'll stay and be abused, beat up on and whatnot, and have all these things done to them just because they like being in abusive relationships. You got females who fight with men all the time. You got females who get beat up for years by men, slapped around by men, abused by men, and they stay with those men. You've seen women fighting with men in the street, and if another man come over and try to help, the woman will try to fight the other man with the guy. So all these scenarios have always played out, and Cassie fits within these. She was willing to stay around because she liked having the luxuries that Diddy was providing for her. She liked the luxuries or whatever, right? And I just find it strange how they could just go from Jonathan Majors, right, to Diddy, to whoever else they had up there, Will Smith, to Chris Rock and Slap, and the list just goes on, right, of these so-called black men who are being exposed and outed as homosexuals, being exposed as sexual deviants. Because again, the it's not also in covering up, but it's also meant to put in the minds of people, because I'm seeing a lot of these Caucasian YouTube shows popping up, right, with these, these people. I'm like, these are people who are trying to make money off of the backs of these black celebrities who are being outed in the press. I see these guys popping up with these YouTube channels. They're trying to pull a Vlad, where you know how Vlad came up on black people's backs, on the black rappers. No, he came up on their backs, made millions of dollars, right? Gave nothing to these people. He got a lot of free interviews. I mean, I guess now he pays for interviews. He probably don't want to, but he sees he got to. People, he can't keep his show going unless he's paying for interviews. But he basically got a lot of free money by climbing up on the backs of black people and being part of the so-called soul, as I say, the soul culture. I call it the American soul culture of our people, whether it be hip hop, music, whatever. We always had an American soul culture. And I said, that's really what our culture is. But anyway, so he climbed up on the backs of these people. And I'm starting to see a lot of these white YouTubers do the same thing, where they're climbing up on the backs of people like Diddy and Will Smith. And they all act like they know these people. They sitting up here, basically slandering the person, talking about this man's sexuality, because all of this is hearsay. All of this is innuendo. And again, I'm not defending Diddy Combs and whatnot, but I want everybody to see that this is meant to make the so-called black man look like the face of degeneracy. That's the message being sent. You don't hear anything. All the Caucasian males in power, the ones who are out in the front, like Danny Masterson, who got like 30 years in jail, and a bunch of other these higher up television and movie people, these higher ups who got locked up, accused of things. They don't even get this much press. Now you see Harvey Weinstein talking about he's trying to get an appeal or something on his New York case. And I'll say this, like I said before, in no way Harvey Weinstein is in jail. They got him probably sitting somewhere in a federal country club or in a hospital somewhere where he living better than most people who free on the street. There's no way he's sitting in the jail cell, because if that was the case, they would have showed Harvey Weinstein at some point. They made it a point to show you Bill Cosby in an orange jumpsuit, you see, on fraudulent charges. So if they could put Bill Cosby in jail on what was always fraudulent charges and whatnot, made up stuff, that shows you that there's no real justice system here. When people can just manipulate the justice system, get a bunch of corrupt DAs and all this, there's no justice system, because people could just pay to have you set up, locked up and whatnot. They don't have to tell you what they're arrested for, so you don't have no rights here. You see, this is a corrupt system. This is a corrupt and demonic system, just as it is. And this is the same system that fostered the Sean Diddy Combs. So he belongs to the system. He belongs to the beast. So I don't really have no sympathy or ill will toward it, because he belongs to the beast. He, like all these other Negroes who got money, and whether it was from sports, whether it's from the movie industry, they sold to the devil, man. And they know it. That's why I don't understand how y'all people sit up here and look up to these people. These people sold their soul, and even Cassie sold her soul to the devil, because if she really took part in all these sexually perverted things that they say Diddy forced her into, ain't nobody forced you to do nothing. That man sleeps at some point in his time. He, like I said, she could have just walked away and never came back and filed all them charges and whatnot. You see, and Ben got her money and went about her business. But like I said, it's very telling that she's not out here helping other women who've been through what she supposedly been through. You see, and let me just put it this. Let me just say this. People are shocked at what they saw on camera with Diddy beating up on her and whatnot in the hotel. People are shocked at that. Yet she went back to Diddy. And obviously that's not the first time he did that with her. How come she kept going back? He forced her to have sex with men? No, nobody forced you to do anything. You wanted to do that because you wanted to be part of his world and part of what you perceive to be power, which he has none of, as you're seeing right now. He has no power. Diddy has no power. All this, he's powerful. He has no power. His power comes from his Caucasian paymasters. That's where his power comes from. He's always been serving these people. He's always been a lapdog for these people. He serves the beast. And that's what it is. Stop acting like he's so powerful. He ain't powerful. He ain't powerful. That's like saying Bill Cosby was powerful. These people are not powerful. Their Caucasian paymasters are powerful. The people that pay them are so-called powerful in this three-dimensional realm. Anyway, you see, it's all an illusion. You see, for people that video was meant, and I've seen a lot of these guys come out here putting the cape on for Cassie and being beta male sense, talking about, yeah, you know, he did this and he need to do it and he beat on it. He ain't this, he ain't that. And again, I'm not standing up for men who put their hands on women. I'm not saying that, but nobody's saying, you know, why. Nobody makes her take responsibility for her part in it. Nobody says why you ain't just leave. You see, if you were so disgusted and so degrading by what you saw, what you took part in, and all this other stuff, nobody forced you. I hate the fact that females can play victim. I'm not saying women, I'm saying females, because there's a difference. I told you before. Females can play victim. You see, females can play victim in this society and, you know, blame everything on the men, but then they turn right around and say they want to be independent and they want to be treated equally. So why can't the females share equal responsibility for their part in this? She has a part in it too. Nobody wants to address that. Cassie had a part in it too. Just like them females who claim Bill Cosby did all this stuff, which again, they just gave him, that was just a railroading and whatnot. Here you get a bunch of people who were admitted liars on the Bill Cosby thing. They could just come out of nowhere and claim he did this, that, and the third to them. And that's just sick and sad and all kinds of disgusting. That is sick, sad, and all kinds of disgusting that females could come out of the woodwork just like that and just say anything about somebody 20, 30 years later. You see, that just goes to show there's no justice in this system. There's no justice. But there will be judgment for this system of injustice. There will be judgment for this. You see. But like I said on this Diddy thing, it's still high weighed in on it. I meant to weigh on it, but again, I had more important things to talk about. I'm still doing High and Mighty. I'm going to be live on camera in a couple of days. So I just wanted to give a recording on that. Don't fall into that. Don't fall into the whole, you know, Diddy thing and what he said and what he did and by this, that, and the third. Don't fall into that. Don't fall into none of that. It's a whole lot of BS. You see, they're just using him as a distraction. You see, that's just, and hey, if this all, you know, should land him in jail, which I don't, like I said, I don't see that. I don't see no jail for him. Yeah, but who knows? The beast is the beast. I could be wrong. He might have ran afoul of some people. Who knows? You say, who cares? Who cares? We should be, as intelligent people, as bright people, we should be focused on way more than Diddy. We should be focused on way more than P. Diddy. Yeah, he's not important in our world. He's not important in the world of bright people. You see, intelligent people. He's not important in our world. None of these characters should be important in your world. You know, if you notice these people who are entertainers and actors and athletes, you know, the so-called white man, he keeps throwing them out there and trying to get you to give a damn about what they're going through and their little scandals. And more he do it, the less and less I care about it. You know, more I just tune out. I don't care about nothing these Negroes go through because they're really not they're not for our people, man. They're not for the upliftment of our people. From out of that state of blackness into the state of brightness, as I say, it's a state of illumination. They're not for our people. They're not 10 toes down for the upliftment of our people. They're not. They only about themselves. So why are you all putting energy into Diddy, Will Smith, whoever, R. Kelly? Why do y'all put energy into these Negroes? These niggas don't care nothing about our people. All they care about is themselves. I don't care nothing about these people. Don't give them your sympathy. Don't let them make you, because we all black. Everybody want to be all black. We all want to be down. When somebody persecuting them, they want to be all black. But when it's our people, when you know, they care less, man. You see, we got to stop putting the cape on for all so-called black people, because a lot of so-called black people ain't worth putting the goddamn cape on for. Not for Diddy and damn sure not for no Cassie. But those are my thoughts. I'm going to close out in the name of Amen.